to Church of Wall Street. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Church of Wall Street. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Church of Wall Street. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Church of Wall Street. Welcome, welcome. For spiritual awakening has a tangible ROI. I said, welcome to Church of Wall Street. Welcome, welcome. I said, welcome to Church of Wall Street. Welcome, welcome. For spiritual awakening has a tangible ROI. I said, welcome to Church of Wall Street. Welcome, yes, welcome, yeah, yeah, yeah. Welcome to Church of Wall Street. Welcome, welcome. Where spiritual awakening has a tangible ROI. Even the hens are the. Can you hear me? 5 o'clock, 5:01. What is it? The cuckoo, the chickens. It's not the chickens. It's the chickens. They're waking up. You see, I'm in alignment with the laws. I'm in such alignment. Like 5:01. I've been up since 3, and now I'm drinking my coffee. I drink water for the first 2 hours when I get up. Until I come to sit at my table to work, I don't drink coffee. I'm watching a lizard, like literally sneak up to an insect. Okay, this is kind of like become my life to watch lizards. Have conversations with lizards. It's quite something to watch a lizard. The initiations have been really, really, really beautiful. The spirit of the lizard, I mean, the lizard can lose its tail and regenerate its tail. So you can imagine how powerful that energy is. When you start to actually understand these laws of nature, you can imagine anything. And anything you imagine will be a part of your reality. And that's why it is so important to practice forgiveness work. Oh, it is so important to practice forgiveness work. Because if you don't practice forgiveness work and you're watching Telemundo, telenovelas, Korean soap operas, Days of Our Lives, Bold and the Beautiful, reality TV, listening to whatever you're listening to, it is programming your consciousness and you are making decisions from that box perspective. Whatever box you're watching, it is such a show. Like, I wish I could have let me make an intention to the universe. It is my intention to literally have a camera that could just follow the lizards in my home and the geckos. The geckos are like this big. Oh no, yeah, the geckos are like this big, okay? And then there's like these huge ones that are like this big. Sometimes I think it's a snake and it's just, no, it's a gecko that's just like wobbling across. And then there's the little lizards that are like this big. But like, it's a show. It's like a full-on TV documentary because they have so much fun just catching insects. And they're so agile and they're so fast. And I've seen a lizard literally like lose its tail and you see the tail still wagging and then the lizard just goes off. And then I don't know, I cannot say it's the same lizard, but I know that the power of regenerative creativity, regenerative. Yeah, regenerative. love, creativity, joy, healing, wholeness. There's no healing, wholeness will activate itself in that lizard, and that lizard will regrow that tail. When you understand these laws, you will live for forgiveness work. Swear to you, you will live for forgiveness work because you do not want to be involved in using your imagination to create havoc on planet Earth. I've been talking about the school system. I've been talking about the media. I've been talking about the government. I've been talking about everything. Truly, I've been talking about a lot of stuff. But in the end, we all need to take responsibility. Selefe. Responsibility. Yes. Selefe. Responsibility. We have to take self-responsibility for what we put in our mouth. I am drinking insanely beautiful coffee right now. Check this out. Can you see it? I don't know. It's really dark. But look at what it's doing. Coating my tongue, my beautiful teeth here at the bottom. It stains my teeth. If it looks like this on my tongue, you can imagine what it's doing to my teeth. You know what I mean? I have to take that responsibility for what I put in my mouth. So after this, I'm going to have to drink insane amounts of green juice. Actually, I really should stop drinking coffee. Really, I should stop. Okay, I make an intention to reduce maybe twice a week because I really enjoy it. But I can tell that my body's like, girl, you don't actually need this. Green juice in the morning is just perfect with your ginger water tea. So I'm imagining a new experience, and what I've noticed is that you have to feel it. Once you feel it, it just becomes a thing. Because right now I'm like in a war in myself with this coffee thing because I really love my beautiful white teeth. But I really love the smell of coffee and just but it's a program. Because I've watched a lot of shows and a lot of TV ads of people drinking coffee. So it's a program. I can imagine a new experience drinking hot water with lemon first thing instead of coffee and ginger, and then drinking my green juice. And I can actually imagine Tembi doing something new and feeling it and tasting it and smelling the green juice and the lemon water. I can do that. Or I can just keep replaying the same story that media has told me, that advertising has told me about what I need to do first thing in the morning to feel good. Wah, wah. See, when you're on the spiritual awakening path, every part of your life becomes brought into alignment. Every part. And that's why nobody can shame you. That's why nobody can gaslight you. That's why nobody can lie about you. Because the more you are on your spiritual path, consciousness is gangster. The more you are on your spiritual path, the more you are willing to do forgiveness work and clearing work and love work and metta and all of these technologies that I'm sharing with you, you will be strong. In the face of anything, you will say, my truth connected to my higher self's truth, connected to God consciousness truth will get me out of this. If this is truth, you must stand. You must stand. But when you are imagining watching too many soap operas, dramas, you are living Cinderella, I want to be Cinderella, Prince Charming is going to come and save me kind of story. Yo, man, paid, mother never loved me, daddy never loved me, the school system never loved me, my doctor never loved me, my government never loved me. Oh, you are imagining a hellish experience and you're going to live that hellish experience. Sorry, not sorry. This is how media works, but we can't keep blaming these media companies. When do we take responsibility? You see, I'm even telling you about my own self. What kind of English is that? My own self. I'm telling you about my own self. I need to take responsibility for coffee. So maybe once a week I can drink coffee because I can't afford this teeth thing. It's not like I don't know. I can. It's not that I can't afford the dentist. It's like I just don't want to be going to the dentist to clean my teeth because my teeth are stained. Even teas like that. The British people have. That's why the British people have like a lot of stained teeth. Well, they smoke a lot, but even if they don't smoke, they have stained teeth. It's the tea. It's the tea. So I am taking responsibility to actually train my brain every night to go to bed thinking about drinking a beautiful cup of hot water with ginger and lemon. Oh, followed by some cream cheese instead of coffee. Smelling the aroma. You have a right to put in whatever you want in your mind. That's why soap operas are so powerful. Uh-huh. That's why movies are so powerful because they activate all the senses, the sight senses. You can even smell the hearing senses. You feel when they like, you feel it. The like the whole theater vibrates. Yo, man, yo, woman, your imagination is powerful. You are such a powerful being. You have no idea. You are such a powerful being. You have no idea. Let's take responsibility for our imagination and how we use our minds. I'm not saying do not go to casinos. I'm not saying do not go to nightclubs. I'm not saying do not go to places that you like to go. I like to go to these things, but okay, once every 6 months or something like this. I don't even go. I haven't been to a nightclub. I don't know in how long. The last time I went to a jungle party was like this time last year. I went to a jungle party and I was like, 2 hours later, I was like, okay, yeah, no, I need to go home now. 2 hours. And I literally paid like $50 to get in. It was a lot of money for this jungle party. But yo, man, 2 hours later, I was like, no, I cannot. She needs to go sleep. Then don't play. That's how like so in tune with my purpose I am and out of tune with what does not serve me. But even when I go to these things, I do a lot of filming and I watch a lot of people. And what I noticed about the last jungle party that I went to, 11 o'clock, the crowd changed. Very weird people started coming in, and that's when I left. They said, their eyes looked real strange. I said, oh, time for me to go. But I was sober, stone sober. That's why you can go to these things, but just stay stone sober. I did a lot of beautiful filming. It was really beautiful stuff. But I had to stay stone sober. And then when the real interesting people started coming, I said, I got to go now. Left and went home. It's very important, so important to understand what you put. It's seeds you are planting in your imagination. Seeds. Rather read a great book. Honestly, rather read a great book that is challenging your consciousness. That's why I've created the Future Gen Leaders app as a reading app. Yeah, there's videos inside of this app, there's quizzes inside of that app, but it's not about because you know what? I've seen children on the plane, and now these apps are like you don't even need to color anymore. You don't need to color. I saw this child with this app, a coloring app on the plane, and all they needed to do was just do this, and then in 2 seconds, it was like not even a minute, this whole goldfish was already colored. I still color. I do mandala colorings, and I do coloring with my children. Yeah, I think it's so important to color. Even when I'm sitting in a meeting, I color in a lot. I bring pencils and I just color and I sit there and doodle because most people are not really smart in meetings. So whatever, I just do my own thing when I'm sitting in a meeting. People just like to hear themselves talk, so I just doodle. Um, I said I'm going to stop saying but coloring like this. It was like this with the finger, like this. Finished. I said, no, 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 no. And it was like you just had to do this. You didn't even need to pick a color. You didn't even need to nothing. It was just take your finger and just go drew, 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 drew. And then the app will color all the colors of the goldfish. And in less than a minute, you've got this perfectly picture of a goldfish. And this little girl showed her mother, "Ah!" And the mother, "Ah, oh, perfect. Ah, my little baby, perfect." I'm like, that child doesn't know the difference in colors. I want to color pink. Color in pink. Take yellow and green, put together, color, color, make green. Imagination. I allow my children to color any color they want. You can have a black fish if you want, because I've seen black fish in the ocean. You can have a purple, black, yellow, and green fish. Okay, I haven't seen that, but maybe I'll see it one day when I'm out snorkeling or diving. Imagination. No, 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 no. AI has taken now to create beautiful apps where your child doesn't even need to have imagination. Imagination is a quality of God consciousness. God is creative imagination, and it births itself as the beautiful species of fish, variety, the birds. How many species of parrots are there? Just birds. Once all these apps take over your imagination and make you so lazy, you are, I mean, you are a zombie walking. That's why people cannot solve their problems. Honestly, this, I'm telling you, because it's strategic. It's like the video games like solitaire and stuff like this. It just makes you dumber and dumber and dumber, because every time you lose, you inherently in your emotions feel like a loser. So you're sending out a signal into the universe, I am a loser, I am a loser, and the universe keeps mirroring that signal back to you, back to you, back to you. Coloring, coloring, coloring like this. No, not good. Because that means I don't need to use the left and the right hemisphere of my brain. Take the pencil, even if I have to stay in between the lines, that's learning boundaries. These are my boundaries. These are the boundaries of the fish. Taking colors, mixing colors together. Children are not learning this no more. It's just, I'm sorry. Imagination is a quality of God consciousness. When we now are denying ourselves, denying our children imagination, creativity, because they can just do it on a phone like this, aha, we are destroying humanity. Full on. Full on. We are destroying humanity. Yeah, I don't like cutting down trees and printing paper. That's why now I've started making my children actually draw their own trees and their own things. We have drawing class, you know. Oh my God. What are we doing? Yeah, don't you worry. Teacher Tembi, we're going to have adult drawing classes. No more of these things like this. Is not good for your brain. You need to activate both hemispheres of your brain. In fact, we shouldn't even be drawing on paper. Go and draw outside, like there on the etch on the earth. Etch your art on the earth. It will actually be answered, because I've seen these little crabs. They etch their beautiful art at the ocean. These little crabs, they are the artists of the planet, of the earth. They make such beautiful art. Oh, one day when I'm at the beach, it has to have rained. That's when they come out. But they make such beautiful patterns at the beach. It's incredible. You will cry when you look down like this. It's like the most beautiful art. It's something you'll never even understand. This is a quality of God. And whatever qualities of God are in the universe, they are also in you laying dormant. And this is the quality of leadership. If you have no creativity in leadership, your business is going down real fast. Your company is going down real fast. You're out of integrity with the universal laws. You're out of integrity with your own spiritual alignment to your higher self, one in concert with God. You are so out of integrity. You have lost the plot. And that's why companies are collapsing. That's why countries are collapsing, because we are not embodying this quality of God consciousness, imagination. We are wanting people to tell us from the outside what we should imagine this life experience should be. And it always is a script that ends up real bad. Real bad. Okay. So let's forgive God for not knowing this. No. Do you know how much time it has taken me to learn this and actually sit down and really think about this and write and write and write and think and pray and meditate and think and pray and write and write and write and write and drink ayahuasca and sit and pray and write? Yes. Yes. Hundred millions of dollars. Yes. Yes. Imagination is a quality of God. Creativity is a quality of God. It is a quality of God. When you deny yourself this, you are denying yourself the boom power of the living God coming through and as you. Swear to you, and you will give up your imagination to reality TV, to something outside of yourself. I'd rather give up my imagination to the lizards and the snakes and the birds. They got some real wisdom, child. And the tomato seed. They real wisdom. The rest, it's quite scary. Because you don't know, you didn't write the story, so you don't know how the story is meant to end. So let's forgive God that we didn't know this. Forgive God that God didn't tell you that your imagination is very powerful and that you are responsible for taking full control of your imagination and what's happening in your mind. Because when you don't take full control, you get trapped up in somebody else's sad story that was written and you don't even know who wrote that story. And now when your life turns out to be a living nightmare, you're like, oh my God, I don't even know how I got here. So let's forgive God, because we could say, this person told me to do this and now it hasn't worked out. This person. That's still blameology and victim consciousness. Let's just forgive God. Because what you're going to start to understand is that the more you're willing to forgive, the more you're willing to see that, you wrote the story. Especially if you're a visionary, man, and chosen one, all sorts. You wrote the story because you knew how the ending is. For the other people, they don't know. They're looking for a guru to tell them what the end is going to be. But if you're watching this as a visionary, I'm sorry. You wrote the story. You know how this ends. So wake up. Let's wake up. Let's keep on moving. In our awakening, in our ascension. The others we can just leave awake. Just leave awake. Okay? Just leave awake. Seeds, they will pick them seeds up and they'll meet us there at the front. But we have to keep moving. The army is moving forward. Okay? We're moving forward. Love reigns supreme. We're moving forward. The rest, they'll just follow. Okay? Use your imagination wisely. Wisely. Study nature. It's easier. The decisions you make will be more solid. Study nature. Please get out of studying reality TV. Get out of studying other people. That's another thing. Jealousy and envy. You then study people. You're never going to get a degree by studying people. A PhD will never come because, especially if you're studying a visionary, change happens all the time for visionaries. Even at the rate sometimes change happens in my life, I'm like, I can't fucking keep up. It's too much. And God's like, you got to change now, immediately. I'm like, now. And I'm like, okay. So if you're studying someone, copying them, trying to be like them, you're going to be the one who loses out in the end, and you're going to hate yourself. Because you waste so much time, so much money, so much energy and you're just gonna wait. You're gonna just, your life will be a living nightmare. Just stop copying other people. Stop competing with other people. It's such a waste of energy. It's such a waste of time, because everybody's here doing their own thing. You are a sovereign being. You've got your own purpose, and your purpose could align with other people's purposes, but you walk sovereign. You sovereign. I sovereign. Sage by sage, we walk. But the ones of trying to control, copy, criticize, compete, oh, it's a losing battle from the get, because truly it stems from low self-esteem. It stems from self-hatred. So the self-hatred will show itself. It will reveal itself in moments of change, when now you don't have the access to be able to copy, or the access to the information so that you can be able to copy. Now the real you will show up, because you don't actually have the skills to be able to continue when this person leaves that you're trying to copy. Now the crumbling starts. And when the crumbling starts, that's when the anger shows up. And that's when the verbal violence, because there was really no substance to begin with. The substance was, oh, latching on, copying, competing. Just move away from these people. It is just it's a house of cards. It just crumbles. And that's why they get very angry. That's why they run to the shamans, and all of a sudden the spiritual teachers, and all of a sudden, oh, I want to go to therapy. Because there was no substance to begin with. The substance was always outside. Yo, this stuff is serious stuff. Imagination, serious, serious stuff. Follow your own path. Follow your own path. You will meet the right people at the right time. You'll have conversations with the right people about the right things at the right time. When you're copying, it's inauthentic. So most of the things that you'll do will succeed, but the fall from grace to where you really should be and where you really are in consciousness is a scary experience. It's a really scary experience. But it's part of consciousness, it's part of awakening. You wrote that into your story. So it's okay when you can start acknowledging that and you free yourself. But let's forgive God, because God, we always like to blame God. So let's just forgive God. Huh? Forgive God for not knowing how powerful your imagination was, and for you using your imagination in a way that is like, has landed you in some real stuff. It's okay. It's part of the human experience. It's part of growth. It's part of growth. Okay. So let's get back to our metta. Breathing. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. May I be liberated from all ignorance. May I be liberated from all suffering. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be liberated from all ignorance. May all beings be liberated from all suffering. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Togoza, togoza, togoza. Be happy. Be happy. Love yourself and be happy. Like, be damn freaking happy. Love yourself and be happy. Happy, happy. Love yourself and be happy, happy, happy. Thank God I live in the jungle. But okay. I actually, that's why I do my videos indoors. Okay, I need the lights and stuff like this. But sometimes I have this fantasy that I could just live in the jungle by myself, so I can scream out loud at 3 o'clock in the morning. But I have neighbors, so yeah, I can't. But I would love to just dance at 3 o'clock in the morning and just play my music loud or sing out loud. But I can't, because I still have to respect other people. So I have to imagine this. Let's imagine it. Bye, visionary. Have a great life.